more deep breaths here. Finding that gratitude toward that life alone. And slowly bring the right hand back. Let's thread the left hand underneath the right armpit. Rest your left ear onto the mat. And let's reach that right fingertips forward. Feel that opening of the rib cage. One more deep breath here. And slowly let's place that left hand down. And let's come to a tabletop position. Let's spread the knees just right underneath of your hip bones. And let's come to a hip circling. Inhale, lean forward. And exhale, we're going to slowly making a nice circle with our hips. Circular motion with the shoulders, with the hips. Loosening up. See how the hips joints feel. You might have been sitting too long at home, being on your phone or on your electronics for too long. It's time to loosening up. Let go of any of the tensions around the hips. And following that breath. Inhale and exhale. One more full circle here. And now let's lean the hips back. Rest here for 1 second. And now let's come back to that tabletop position. Inhale, lean forward. And exhale, let's circle the opposite direction. Making that circular motion a little bit more slower. Allowing that slow motion to catch up with that freedom you want to feel around the hips. We all desire to be free. But how much freedom do we give to our own body? Allowing every part of your body to feel a little bit more freedom. Two more nice circles here. Feel your hips are trying to touch the edge of this room. And slowly in the hips back. So one deep breath here, resting. And let's come back to that tabletop position. Maybe bring the knees a little bit closer, just right underneath of the hip bones. And let's tuck the toes under and lift up the hips toward the ceiling. Come to your first downward dog of the day. Stay here for 5 nice deep breaths. And relax your forehead a little bit more. Feel that nice stretch on the back of your legs. Lower down the heels a little bit more. Spread the fingers apart a little bit more. Elevate the hips a little higher. Now go bend the left knee. Imagining the left knee is just trying to bend toward the mat. As you bend the left knee, you're straightening out the right leg. One more deep breath here. You feel that strength being built up on the wrists, on the shoulders. Now let's straighten out the left leg, bend the right knee. Make sure your left leg is straight. Lowering down that left heel. One more deep breath here. And let's straighten out that right leg. Gonna bend both knees down and gaze toward the thumbs. 2 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's make circles with our knees and hips. Slow motion here. Strengthening the legs. Feel that core strength and build up here. One more circle here. And slowly drop your knees down. And let's stretch out our wrists. I see some of you guys have wrist pain. So this might be very good for stretching out the wrist. Being a long time, being on the phone, holding your electronics with your hands. A lot of tension have been built up on your wrist. One more deep breath here. And let's reverse it. Have your palms facing down, fingers pointing toward your knees. Feel the forearms being stretched out. One more deep breath here. And let's point the fingertips together, palms facing toward the ceiling, and left to right, left to right. Massaging the back, the hands, and the wrists. Now I'm going to reverse it. So have your fingers pointing to the side and thumbs facing toward the front of the room, left to right. Nice. Let's come back to that tabletop position. Tuck the toes under and lift up the hips, downward facing. I'm going to bend the knees and make the circle the opposite direction. Knees and the hips together. Nice circling. Two more circling. Bring that strength back to your core, to your legs. And slowly drop your knees down. Gonna stretch out the wrist one more time. So have the palms facing up toward the ceiling, fingertips toward the knees, and let's lean back. Going to bounce the hips here. Feel the stretch of the wrist a little bit more. Feel the bouncing of the hips up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, And 1. Let's reverse the direction of the palms and the fingertips pointing toward the knees, palms facing down, and hips up and down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's point the fingertips together and palms facing toward the ceiling. Our hips up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You feel that massage on the wrist. So let's point the fingertips out and hips up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Let's come back to that tabletop position. Let's lift up the right leg and let's lift up the left arm. Left thumb is pointing toward the ceiling. Check the balance of your hips. The right hip tends to be higher. That's right, good job. Balancing that, adjusting the direction of the hips. So try to point that right hip bone down a little bit more. One more deep breath here. Keep it up. Let's point the elbow and knee together. Stay here for 3 deep breaths. Squeeze your belly in for 3, 2, and 1. Let's lengthening them out. Stay here for 3 deep breaths. 3. Try to point the right toes back, left fingertips forward. Feel the lengthening. 2, 1. Let's squeeze them together. Squeeze your belly in a little bit more. For 3, 2, 1. We'll do one more. Lengthening them. For 3, 2, 1. Squeeze them together. Lift up your spine toward the ceiling. Squeeze your belly in. For 3, 2, and 1. Rest your hand, rest your knee. And sway your hips left to right. Let go of any tensions. Center yourself first. Let's lift up the left leg. So finding that left hip bone is not too high. And let's reach the right arm forward. Right thumb pointing toward the ceiling. 2 more deep breaths here. Kim, your left hip bone is a bit too high. That's right. Nice adjustment. And let's squeeze elbow and knee together. Round your back. When you round your back, you feel the belly is sucking a little bit more. Hollow your belly. For 2, and 1. Let's reach the hand, reach the leg back. You feel your left toes pointing toward the back, lengthening of the leg, lengthening of the shoulder and arm. 1 more deep breath here. And let's squeeze them in, rounding your back. 1 more deep breath here, rounding of the back. And let's lengthening them out. Stay here for 3 deep breaths. Check the alignment. Are the hip bones balanced? 1 more deep breath here. Feel the left toes pointing toward the door. And let's squeeze them in, rounding up your back. Hollow your belly for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the tabletop position. Sway the hips left to right. Center yourself, tuck your toes under, lift up the hips, downward facing. Let's pedal the heels up and down. One knee bent and the other knee bent. One more deep breath here, pedaling. And let's lower down both heels. Send the tippy toes forward. Have your toes to meet your fingertips here. And come to our sun salutation. Inhale, circling all the way up. Gaze toward the ceiling. Give yourself a back bend. Hands together. And exhale, swan dive down. Hinging at the hips. Inhale, hands halfway up. Enjoy that flat back. And exhale, allow the hands to meet your toes. Gonna do two more of the sun salutation. Inhale, circling slowly all the way up. Feel like a protection ring being created around you. And exhale, swan dive down. Take your time, hinging at the hips. Inhale, hands halfway up. Gaze forward, flat back. And exhale, relax. One more sun salutation. Inhale, circling all the way up. Allow the fingertips to make that protection ring around you. And exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, hands halfway up. Chest is parallel with the floor. And exhale, chin to chest. Relax your forehead, relax your shoulders. I'm going to step the heels apart, about hips distance, and grab onto all inside your elbows. I'm going to just have the elbows up and down for 5, 4, shaking off any tensions around your shoulders and neck. For 2 and 1. Now let's shake left to right, all the way left, and slowly all the way right, all the way to the left. Your shoulders and your neck are so relaxed, all the way to the right. Shake 3 more times, all the way left, and all the way right. And the other direction. And shift to the other direction. Last time. 1 to the left. And 1 to the right. And center yourself first. Relax your hands down. Let's place the palms underneath our toes. And lengthening your elbows, lengthening your spine. Your legs are lengthened. Feel like everything wants to be lifted. One more deep breath here, lifting up. Feel that resistance. And slowly let's bend the knees. Elbows spread to the side. Knees bent. Oh, inhale, let's lengthen it. Feel that resistance. Building up your emotional resilience here. And slowly bend the knees. Elbows relaxed. Inhale, lengthening. Feel the chest want to be lifted. Feel the spine want to be lengthened. And exhale, bend the knees, hips down a little bit more. One more time. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, bend the knees. Gonna slowly let go of the palms out of the way. Relax your hands out to the mat. And left and right. Shift the weight. Left, right. Heels up and down. Feel the loosening up around the hips bones. One more deep breath here. And slowly center yourself. Maybe step the heels a little bit wider. And let's come to a Malasana. Keep the chest lifted. The shoulders are relaxed. One more deep breath here. And slowly relax the hands down onto the mat. Going to lean the weight forward, heels up, and slowly heels down. Heels up, lean forward, and slowly down. Two more times. This is really helpful to strengthen your wrist. And down. Two more times. Lean forward and slowly down. Lean forward and slowly down. Beautiful. Let's bring the left leg back. And bring the right hand onto the right knee. Come to dragon opening with the left knee lifted. Two more deep breaths here. You feel the left hand being the support. Strengthening that left shoulder, left wrist. And slowly drop that left knee down. Let's bend the left knee and reaching toward the outside edge of that left foot. Still gaze toward the ceiling. Feel the chest lifted toward the ceiling. It's that intention. You don't have to grab onto the back foot. That's totally fine. It's more of that intention. Reaching toward it. One more deep breath here. And slowly drop the left foot down. Bring that right hand down. Let's come to our elbows. And lift up that left knee. Your left toes pointing and flex. So your weight is back and forth. One more deep breath here. And slowly drop the left knee down. Straighten out the elbows and bring that right knee back. Let's step the left foot forward and lift up that right knee. Place the left hand onto the left knee. Gaze toward the ceiling. Lifting up that chest, especially the left side of the chest, toward the ceiling. One more deep breath here. And slowly drop that right knee down. Gaze toward the back foot first. And reaching toward it and grab onto it if you can. If not, that's totally okay. intention of reaching toward it is that energy we are seeking. One more deep breath here. And slowly drop your left foot down. Place the left hand onto the mat. Let's come to our elbows. Lift up the right knee. We're moving on to the right toes. The right toes and flexing and point. So your weight is back and forth. Feel that right hip flexor being stretched here. One more deep breath. Feel the hips being open. Strength build up on the shoulders. And center yourself, drop the right knee down, straighten out the elbows, and bring that left knee back. And let's spread the knees a little bit wider apart. Once you have the left knee spread it wider apart, I'm going to bring the toes and heels outside of the mat. Beautiful. And come to your elbows. Palms facing down. I'm going to lean forward and back. Lean forward and back. Two more deep breaths here. Lean forward and back. One more deep breath here. Lean forward and back. Let's straighten out the elbows. And if you can, spread the knees out. Bring the knees outside of the mat. It's really a nice hips opening here. And lean yourself back and forth. Just feel the weight being shifted back and forth. Two deep breaths here. Beautiful. Slowly bring the left knee back and bring the right knee back. And bring the knees all together and come to have your hips onto your knees. Onto your heels, sorry. I'm going to lift up the hips. How's everyone doing? Good, wonderful. Let's point the left foot out. Beautiful. Entire left foot is still on the floor. Nice. Let's bring that right hand down. And have the left hand onto the left hip and lift up the left toe. Stay here. Gaze toward the ceiling. Feel the chest being lifted toward the ceiling. Feel that strength build up on the right wrist, right shoulders. One more deep breath here. Now I'm going to gaze toward the left toes and make a nice circle with that left toe. Take it slow. No rush. Feel that left toes. Try to make a circle here. Drawing a nice circle. Circling in all the protection. Opposite direction. Let's circle the opposite direction. Take it slow. One more circling here. Beautiful. Let's reach the left hand out over the head. Gaze toward the ceiling still. One more deep breath here. I'm going to lift the left leg up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bend the left knee. Reach your left hand toward the left toes. Gaze toward the ceiling. Opening up the chest. Lifting up the heart. 3 more deep breaths here. One more deep breath here. Beautiful. Relax the left toes back and centering yourself. Beautiful. Bring the left knee back. Now going to relax the left hand down and reach the right foot out. Have your right hand out to the hip. Beautiful. So balance yourself here first. And let's lift up the right foot. Nice. Gaze toward the right toes. I'm going to make circles. Take it slow. Pointing the right toes out. Feel the circling happening with your toes. One more circling at the same direction. That's circling the opposite direction. Not up and down. We're just making a circle to really opening up the right hip. One more circling. Beautiful. Stay still. And let's reach the right hand over your head. Now we're going to have the right leg up and down. For 5, 4, take it slow. 3, 2, and 1. Let's bend the right knee. Reaching the right hand over. Gaze toward the ceiling. Feel your heart, chest be lifted. Reaching toward the higher greatness. One more deep breath here. And slowly let it go. Bring the right knee down. Beautiful. From here, I'm going to open up the knees and come to your child pose. Relax your elbows down. Relax your forehead down. One more deep breath here. And slowly gonna lift up the head. Come back to the tabletop position. And from here, going to lift up the right leg and cross that right toes over outside of the mat toward the left. And gazing toward that right toes. 3 deep breaths here. And slowly gaze toward the mat. Bring that right knee back. Going to do the same thing on the left. So bring the left toes over. Bring the left toes outside of the mat to the right side. Making a C shape with the spine here. One more deep breath here. And slowly bring that left knee back. Tuck the toes under, lift up the hips, downward facing. Inhale, right leg lifted toward the ceiling. And from here, we're going to lift up the right heel up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly step your right foot forward all the way between your hands. Inhale, both arms lifted. And exhale, going to opening up for warrior 2. Keep that right knee bent. Pointing that right knee forward. Feel like opening up the inner thighs. Beautiful. Palms facing down if you can. Nice. Center your body. Yeah. Feel the torso is just on top of your hips. Not lean forward, not lean back. Simple pose. Can you lift up your arms a little bit more? Parallel to the floor. Beautiful. Let's lean back, come to reverse warrior or peace warrior. Keep that rainy bend. Wonderful. One more deep breath here. Full breath. Fully exhalation. And slowly going to lean forward. Have your right elbow onto your right knee. And let's reach the left arm above our head. One more deep breath here. And let's straighten out the right elbow. So both hands are over our head. One more deep breath here. And slowly let's come back to warrior two. Beautiful. Keep that nice stand. Can you open up your inner thighs a little bit more? Have the right knee pointing 12 o'clock. Can you center your torso? Yeah, bring the torso toward the center. Beautiful. Now let's place the hand behind our neck. So feel like cupping your neck here. Beautiful. And let's lean back. So feel like the left elbow trying to touch the left knee. And up and down with your elbows here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's open up back to warrior two. We're going to go directly to our extended warrior with arms lifted. And from here, I'm going to lift up arms up and down. Center the hands and lean forward. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's opening up back to warrior two. We're going to windmill the hands down. Both hands down. And inhale, right leg lifted. Exhale, right foot down. Take 2 deep breaths here in downward facing. Find your breath. One more deep breath here. And inhale, left leg up toward the ceiling. And exhale, going to lift up the left foot up and down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gonna lean the left foot forward, all the way forward between our hands. Inhale, both arms lifted toward the ceiling. And exhale, open up for warrior two. Keep that left knee pointing back. One more deep breath here in your warrior two. Suck the belly in. Feel the rib cages lifted. Let's lean back for peace warrior. Keep that left knee bent. You want to build up that strength on your lower legs. Beautiful. And then lean forward, left knee onto the left elbow onto the left knee, and reach the right arm forward. Keep the right elbow straight, not bending the right elbow. That's right. Feel that extension. Slowly lift up the left hand. Feel like you're holding an energy ball there. Allowing that energy to protect yourself. One more deep breath here. Good breathing, everyone. And come back to warrior two. Cup your hands behind the neck. And bring the right elbow toward the right knee. And up and down with your elbows. For 5, 4, 3. Suck the belly in. Keep the core tight. 2. And 1. Back to warrior two. Opening up back to warrior two. That's straight. Going to that extended side angle. Can you squeeze the arm bones for your ears? That's right. So both hands are not too far away from each other. And let's center the arms and bring the arms down and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Opening up back for your 2. Let's windmill the arms down in front of the mat. And bring the left leg up toward the ceiling and slowly down. Downward facing for 2 deep breaths here. Stretching out the back of the legs. Beautiful. Now inhale, right leg is lifted toward the ceiling. Now I'm going to bend the right knee sideways and slowly drop your right foot down. Come to our wild thing. Take it slow and straighten out the left leg, reaching the right arm back. I'm going to bring yourself back. Going to do one more of the wild thing. Inhale, right leg lifted. Exhale, bend the right knee sideways and drop the right foot down. Straighten out the left leg, reaching the right arm back. Beautiful. Bring yourself back. Downward facing. Left side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bend the left knee. Drop the left foot down. Straighten out the right leg. Left arm toward the back. Lift up your chest toward the ceiling. Beautiful. Let's flip yourself back. Downward facing. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bend the left knee. Drop the left foot down. Wild thing. Heart lifted toward the ceiling. Chest lifted. Beautiful. Flip yourself back. Mobility happening. And bring the foot down. Downward facing. 2 deep breaths here. And slowly drop the knees down, opening up the knees, opening up the hips, and relax in the child pose here. 2 deep breaths. If you need to have a water break. And let's lift up and lean the hips down onto your heels. I'm going to come to a nice stretch. Bring the left heel forward. So keep the right hip onto the right heel. Nice. Balance yourself first onto one heel. Nice. I'm going to reach your hand forward. I'm going to have the hands back and forth for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax both hands right beside that left heel. I'm going to lean forward, lowering down that chin, lowering down the forehead. Feel like your nose is trying to touch the left knee. One more deep breath here. And slowly lift up your chest, bring the hands back. Gonna switch. Left heel is supporting the left hip, left hip bone. And right heel is forward. Sorry, I think I reversed myself. Okay, so whichever way is your opposite direction. And reaching the hands forward, our hands is back and forth. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax your hands down beside the heel. And relax your forehead, relax your chin. Find fuller exhalation. Allowing all the anxieties, all the worries to be released. One more deep breath here. And slowly lift up your chest, bring the hands back, bring the heels back. And from here, I'm going to bring the left hand behind the left toes and lift up the hips, reaching the right arm back. And from here, we're going to have the hips up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now switch. Bring the right hand behind the right toes and lifting up the left arm toward the ceiling. Lift up the hips. Allow the hips go up and down. For 5, squeeze your buttocks. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch again. Left hand, bring it back where that's comfortable, supporting your weight and lifting up the right hand, lifting up the hips. Allow the hips go up and down. Squeeze your buttocks for 5, 4, 3, strengthening the hips for 2, and 1. Let's switch again. Right hand behind, left hand toward the ceiling. Lift up the hips. Let's go for 5. Squeeze your buttocks a little bit tighter to strengthen the hips. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax your hips down. Good job. Let's come to have your hips down on the floor. Come to L-sit. With L-sit, it's a very simple pose, but lots of work. So have your toes pointing toward the ceiling. Bring the heels together. Beautiful. And if you want, bring the right hand behind. Just check if the lower back is straight or not. Feel the lower back is upright. Beautiful. And once you feel the spine is up straight, relax your hands down. One more deep breath here. Let's check how strengthened we are with our legs. Inhale, only the left leg up. Beautiful. One more deep breath here, holding. And lower it down. Right leg is up. Hold it. One more deep breath. And relax it down. Now going to reach the right hand toward the left toes. You can have your left knee bent first. I'm going to reach the left hand behind and straighten out the left leg. Gaze towards the back. Strengthening the legs. One more deep breath here. I'm going to switch. Lower down the left leg. Let's reach toward the right toes. And straighten out the right leg. Gaze toward the back. One more deep breath here. And slowly lower down that right foot. Going to bring the heels in and lift up the heels. Come to our boat pose. Beautiful. And slowly let's have the hands away, not to support with our hands. And straighten our legs if you can. And heels up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees again. Support your knees with your hands. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to come to a butterfly with the heels lifted. So you're supporting your ankles here. And lift up your chest. For 3, 2, and 1. Without lowering down your heels, going to use our hand to grab onto the big toes. Beautiful. And let's come to a V shape with our legs. Take it slow. For 3, 2, and 1. And bring the heels back. Good job. And lowering down the heels. Let's interlace the hands and place under your feet. And gaze toward the knees. Check the knees if they can go a little bit lower in your butterfly pose. Have the intention of lowering down the knees. When you're lowering down the knees, the hip flexors are stretched. Open up. One more deep breath here, opening up. And slowly lift up your chest. Going to come with your legs into a diamond shape. Beautiful. Into diamond shape, we're going to have the hands grab onto the left foot. Beautiful. And bring the left heel toward your forehead. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And if you can, have the left hand underneath of the ankle and lift up the left heel up a little bit more. And for 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Take this little process and let's work on the right side. So bring both hands underneath the right heel and bring it closer to your forehead. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring the right hand underneath. Can lift up the right heel a little bit higher. Up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, everyone. That's our hips opening and hip flexors work. And let's lower down the hands underneath our ankles and lowering down our forehead here. Finding your breath. Suck the belly in here. That's our last pose. And slowly lift up your chest. And come to the last one meditation. Relax your wrists on your knees. Palms facing up. Relax your shoulders. Watch and observe any chaos within you. Watch and observe any magic that's happening. Magic of life. Bring our hands heart center. Lean forward, bow to yourself. Point your thumbs toward the third eye point between your eyebrows. Thank that life that's given, that's protective. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. It's a pleasure practicing together with you guys. Good job, everyone. Thank you. Yeah.